Hi guys, it's Michelle here. I am back to show you how I made my mini file folder mini, and I also just wanted to say, to start off with, a big huge thank you for all the lovely comments that you've left on this video. I've read them all and it just made my day, absolutely made my day. So in there was a couple of little questions, so I thought I'd answer those at the beginning. Somebody asked about how I got the images to look antiqued. The images were printed on an inkjet printer, and I printed them on just the standard setting, so I didn't go for the high quality, and so that gives them a slight softness. If you go to the highest quality, you'll get a sharper image, and also if you go to a laser printer, you'll get a really sharp image. I also printed them on just a light card that's suitable for printing, and I used, what else did I use? I used good old Tim Holtz Distress Ink in Gathered Twigs. Of course I use Gathered Twigs, it's my current favourite. So I used that all around the book and on the papers as well, just to do the edges and to bring that colour all through and connect them all together. Excuse me, the other thing I had a question on was what program did I use to resize? None whatsoever. I'm not that clever. So what I did was, once you get the download from, when you purchase it and you get the download, I just pushed print and it printed, and so that's what it came out as. So it printed out, so that is a 6-inch there and 4 inches across there. So by folding it in half, you've got a page there for your journal, or if you want to do something different with it, you just cut it through as I did and stick it down separately throughout the book. So that's just as it comes out. It's been designed to be a 6x4 size, so it's really great for people like me who aren't particularly clever with resizing. Yeah, so that was, I hope, those questions. It is a really simple little project and a really quick one. Yesterday I made a video for you, and I timed myself and it took 6 minutes. Unfortunately, I don't know what I did with that video, so it's gone out into the nether regions and it's lost. So I have got now a nice selection of file folder bases, so I'll be able to make a few of these little file folder albums. So what we need to start with basically is a couple of file folders. I used foolscap. For this one I used manila, and today I'm going to just use craft because I think that the craft here will be quite nice and easy for you to see because it's a different size on the inside. Just make sure that you can see. So I'm going to just cut here at 6.5. So the image here, as I said, is 6 inches that way, and I want just a little 1/2 inch to give me a little bit of extra leeway on both sides. So there we go, 6 inches. So that's the cut, and I would do 3 of those. The extra piece, which is slightly bigger on a foolscap file folder, I will use that for making tags and tabs and things to go into the mini, and all the pockets at the top that I did. So I will have 3 of these, and then once I've got 3 of those, what I'll do is super simple. I folded it that way, so I just lined it up with the middle. And we get the trusty one folder out, and so I've got that. That's my original middle of the file folder. And then just do exactly the same again with the back piece. You'll get an overlap, which we want. Line it up at the top, and it'll be relatively straight. So then we have got that, an M. An M or a W, whichever way you like to think of it. So that is the first part, and you do that 3 times over so that you've got 3 pieces like that. Then what I did was, before I did any further, I just trim corner rounded, which I just felt like doing. I don't know why. Just did. So you can make them round if you like, or not if you prefer. The other thing you can do is, did I do it here? Yes, I did. On one of these is make them into a tab, which I did by just cutting through. Bear with me, I've just got so many of them now. There. So I just cut through there and at the middle point, chopped him out, and then I just rounded him through there. So if you want to have it as a tab, you'll do that, but a little bit tidier, because you won't be on camera. So that would be just, I do one for the top and one for the bottom, and then it gives you those tabs if you fancy that. So nice and simple one. I've got that, and I want to make a pocket, my top loading pocket. So in here, right in the middle, I'm going to glue through here and through here. So then when that's closed, that'll create a pocket. I'm just going to use my ATG, but if I was doing this, not trying to get it done quickly, I would use a wet glue, and that's my preferred one. I use the quick dry. The reason I prefer a wet glue for this is that it will dry, and whereas the ATG for gluing down something like that, when I put a tag in there, it might just catch and not come out when I want it to. So that way now we've got that. So you want to do that 3 times over, which I have already done. So we've got 1, 2 and 3, and so now we're going to join them all together. What I did with these two was to sew them. So if you're sewing, it's exactly the same on that line I showed you before, just sew through there. Now we're just going to glue those 2 pages together, and on the smaller one I'll draw it on my pen so you see where I'm going. Sometimes it's not easy to see the glue. So I'm going to go there. This is going to just be a little U shape. My ATG gun loves me. Not very much. Not very much at all. I know people love them, but mine doesn't love me. So I'm just going to stack this on top. So where I've got a shorter front page, I'm going to go to the longer one. So I'll show you this way. So where I had the original file folder, that's the short front, and then we've got the mid pocket there, and then we've got the longer one joined to the short front of the second one. So this is, if this is my middle, I'm going to do exactly the same thing here. Glue, and stick them down. I'll just try and line them up reasonably tidy without getting my head into the camera. There. So now what we've got is a top pocket, a nice big side pocket, another top pocket, another side pocket, and another top pocket there. There it is. And that is it. Done. So how long was that? Is that 5 minutes? No, it was a little bit longer because I talked too much. But it's a really quick project, and now you've got lots of time to put paper all over it. As I said yesterday, the really easy part with these little flips, if you fancy those flips, just take whatever tags you've got, whatever shape you want, and decide how far you want them to stick out. If you're going to make a brag book, I would just keep it within that line, and then just glue this guy down here. And then you've got your flip. Cover the paper over here, and you can put as many of those as you want. So you could easily do 2 on each page. So you can put lots of pictures of precious people in your life through it. And as I said, you can sew it, you can glue it, whatever you want. Easy, easy project. So I hope that makes sense, my friends. If it doesn't, give me a yell on the messages below and tell me off, and I'll try and make it sound easier. This is one that I put together yesterday, so as you can see I sewed it, put the tags in, did lots of sewing and stuff on it, so I'm going to put this one together as a little brag book and put some photos in it. I might put a bit of ribbon around it and keep the embellishments nice and flat so I can keep lots of goodies in it. And then for the spine, just whatever you want to put on the spine, you could put some paper tape. You could, this has just got a piece of card that came with the cover from Ephemera's Vintage Gardens. So this was the cover that comes with the kit, and that just wrapped around. I just bent it so it's got lots of flexibility. That covers up the spine. You could do that with, if you've got some cool duct tape, if you've got some paper tape, you could do it with a piece of fabric, just a little light cotton and some glue, whatever you like, just to cover that up. And that's put together a bit wonky because I was doing that quickly, but you know, if you're nice and neat and you get them all nice and straight together, you could just put a tape on either end and keep it looking like that, which would look quite cool too. Trying to think if there's anything else to tell you. So hopefully that explains everything, my friends. If there's any other questions, please just leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm just heading off for the next 2 days for a wedding, so that's why I wanted to get this done quickly before I left. So I hope that's helpful, as I said, and thank you again for all those lovely comments. It really made my whole week, and I appreciate it so much. I will look forward to seeing you guys next week. Take care, and thanks for visiting. Bye now.